to an
Ain't no
extent.
PR.
So,
There are no PR people that exist in Christian hip hop. First of all,
well,
and
let's
that's
start
the
off
problem.
there.
Number
Let's start
one.
off there.
Tastemakers.
Class. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers, alright. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living. We are people.
No, well, to an
Ain't no
extent.
PR.
So,
There are no PR people that exist in Christian hip hop. First of
well,
all, and
let's
that's
start
the
off
problem.
there.
Number
Let's start
one.
off there.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is no like media training. There's no media. None of that even exists in Christian hip hop. And the people listen. You try to set it up. Niggas don't want to listen. They want to do what they want to do.
They want to do what they want to do.
Don't come to me asking me because I'm not gonna give it unless you paying top dollar. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I didn't even know that wasn't a thing. That's weird. Is this
No.
not an industry? Why are there not PR people in
No,
an
no,
industry?
no.
No,
This is not
it's
an
not
industry.
an industry.
No
It's not an
That's
industry.
the problem.
There's no
Listen,
foundation.
when you try to single-handedly create infrastructure for
Which
an
we all
entire
have been there.
subgenre,
Come on.
and ain't nobody wants to band together to make it happen. It's all
Come
these
on.
little we're all little sub, whatever. We're
Come
all
on.
individuals trying to make it happen, and
Preach, preacher.
you get tired. I'm tired. I done quit CHH a long time ago. I done bled, sweated, cried, did all the things, and it's a no for me. It's a no.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It-
I just need
every-
to get that
Yeah,
off
that's
my
kind of
chest.
so. It's
Everything that
basically CHH is
Trisha
full of
said.
chiefs and no Indians.
Pretty much.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, CHH is ran by artists, and
Is that's the problem.
unfortunately, unfortunately,
That's the
artists
problem.
are not ones normally that build foundation. It doesn't even fit with what you are. Now, nowadays, we do have some people who have made themselves savvy and things are a little bit different, whatever the case may be. So you do have artists who are also business people, but that has never really been a thing for years, for whatever the case may be. The artists were not necessarily the people handling a lot of the business, but now we have, because of what the industry is now, that's what's happening, and it gets handled badly a lot of times, or decisions are made that are more emotional or artistic, that aren't made, with lack of PR, lack of proper press, lack of media training, lack of
Lack of
just
contracts.
collective
Nobody wants to
contracts.
sign a contract.
Yeah,
What
yeah, yeah,
are
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
doing?
All of
Yeah,
that,
now
all of
that's
that.
basic business
Yeah,
101. Don't do any business. I don't care who it is, your friend, your cousin, your sister, and your brother.
yeah.
Get a contract.
Yeah,
Hello.
that is very, very true. A bunch of goldfish trying to be whales, not realizing how to swim in the ocean. Per Regis, right
Wild.
there. And that's a good point there. So no, there is no structure, no foundation, no infrastructure for Christian
How
hip
are people
hop. And like
surviving this?
Trisha has said for years,
They
many people have tried to fix this. I've tried to find ways to fix this. Trisha's tried to find ways to fix this. And some people come together and make little events happen or things happen or whatever. And ultimately, I've had to come to reside into a place of what can I do to attribute to Christian hip hop that won't rob me blind in the process, won't make me
said
lose my shirt in the process. And so that's where I'm at right now. And so I settle on the Tastemakers pod. You know what I mean? I settle on domination and doing events, whatever the case may be. I'll probably get back into trying to do some levels of touring as well, because that's always an idea of trying to bring different promoters together and things of that nature. But yeah, that's about as far as you can go, because it's weird. Artists don't necessarily trust the business people that are there necessarily, and they want to do things their way. And then unfortunately, I'm gonna turn around and now speak from the artist standpoint and say that there have been business people that have been trusted that have totally screwed up situations,
absolutely.
and we all know that has happened, and we can all name one specific name that did that hugely and messed up things for many people, from Reach Records to Derek Minor to Adia to Leah Smith to many, 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 and I'll keep her name out my mouth for the time being,
Yep.
but she messed some things up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How long can an organization with no structure survive before it implodes? That means there's a ticking time bomb inside of CHH.
Interesting enough, the trend of technology and streaming and music further allows for this to work in a sense.
That sounds like a Band-Aid on a bullet wound.
Maybe.
Maybe it just remains an infant, but it just never grows.
Yeah, it just never grows.
Everything
it remains
first.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think some people are doing a great job, but it's very few and far between. And so, and a lot of the ones I feel like that are doing great jobs are not necessarily in the Christian hip hop. They're like, it's Christian music and adjacent, like Christian hip hop adjacent.
The Toby Nowigways, those kind of,
yeah. But yeah, it's just as divided as the church. That's a fact.
I mean, and
you work with a CHH artist because I'm gonna end up cursing now. Essentially, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, most definitely, for sure.
So and
good.
Yeah.
No,
and I was going back talking about what happened with those other artists and with this one particular person. But even, I hate to say it, but even what we have realized recently said this year with, what is going on between Indie Tribe and BYOB or whatever the case may be, BYD, I'm sorry, Build Your Own Dreams. And so, I went straight to Bring Your Own Beer. Is that what I went to? Straight to that. Yeah. So anyway, to Build Your Own Dreams. And so you have, once again, Aaron, who came into the Christian hip hop space and totally blessed the space, in my opinion, just with the moves that she made, and just the act that she had, and what I think she really blessed the space in that way. And then because of the miscommunication or non-contractual situations that happen with her and Indie Tribe, even if individuals had the best of intentions, that's now another reason for artists to possibly not trust the people who are handling the business or whatever the case may be. And it keeps going on that. But a lot of that is just when you have lack of contracts, lack of understanding, lack of communication. These are the things that can happen. And this is not new to Christian. This is not just Christian hip hop. Like, this is the music industry too. All right. So I mean, we won't act like mainstream hip hop, secular, whatever, doesn't have these same issues and complaints and whatever the case may be. It's just a bigger infrastructure. And it's an older situation as well. But a lot of people are finding out even now they can do indie things. People are doing indie on their mainstream situation. They're just, once you know what to do. Anyway.
Chat GPT is a lot of people's friends at this point.
Well,
but
AI is waiting in the wings.
Chat GPT needs a level of exit. You need a level of execution after Chat GPT.
Absolutely.
You niggas don't listen.
That.
You niggas don't listen. So the execution part is like, yeah, Chat GPT gonna write it for you, but who gonna do it? You don't even listen.
That.
It would boil my. I'd be like, I'm about to charge you twice just for your lack of listening.
Yeah.
So let's jump into the chat real quick, guys. If you see anything in the chat that's worth mentioning, definitely feel free to say it out, and we'll go ahead and get ready to close things up here. Appreciate everybody rocking with us in the chat, hanging with us in the community right here on the Tastemakers Pod, as we do every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And let's see here.
I don't know if we can let him skate on that, Jew, just because the conversation originated with D1. So though he may not have been directly addressing D1, it was a conversation that originated with D1. So I can't let him skate.
And he knew the conversation originated with D1. He knew it. So he's got to give a disclaimer. If he's gonna talk about it all, he's got to give a disclaimer. And he
not
knows.
him starting it off like that.
That's why I'm like, y'all are not strategic on these platforms. When somebody, let me say something. When one of my friends, I have friends who I'm part of many friend groups, and when one of my friends asks me a question about another one of my friends, I am careful, because if you're asking me the question, you might not have the information you are asking me for. So I am careful with the way I answer this question based on the question you were asking me. I am extremely strategic in my conversations. And that's just little personal conversations. Social media, I know millions of people know me. My strategy level.
You gotta be on your game.
People in CHH, you need a PR person look great.
Absolutely.
A personal PR person who is on staff, on retainer, on a regular basis to help you navigate these things, so you can stop fighting with niggas on
so somebody could text them, get offline right now.
Right now.
Hang it up. Hang it up. No, really. I mean, but that's not. I don't think that's. I mean, I don't know that it would not ever be, but I don't know. I don't think they think like that, to be honest with you. And
No, I know. They don't think.
I think they're, and then I do think that they probably don't think they're as big as they actually are, in some senses. Even though it's like, bruh, like, social media is so small at this point. Everybody knows everybody, and if you go viral once, that's all it takes.
Shouts out
Right.
to Kyle. He said, "Stay tuned for the Swoop and Forest remix." I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. You know what I mean?
That
If
would
things have been
be-
settled in the background, I would not be surprised. That's a good point, Kyle. And then Charles said, "You need a Michelle Obama to take your phone or a Brina to cut your feet."
Indeed.
Yeah.
Start talking, they need to just turn on the airplane mode or turn on some sort of signal. Like, your phone should just go down.
Yeah. So, and that's what accountability is. And that's why it's always good to run things through people and whatever the case may be. But at the same time, like some of us have been doing this so long, one way or the other, that you got to know what whatever the case may be, or you just don't mind the smoke, which is also sometimes the case as well. Sometimes, if y'all want to get, because I mean, it is a
Tastemakers. Class. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers. Aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living, we make